back, cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
Alright, so you were delivering packages, black trash bags, duffel bags, basically any kind of bag you get a hold of.
Yeah.
Alright, where were you delivering these bags?
A lot of them were going to Sandy. A few on the other side of the railroad tracks. There's a few barns over there. That was some drop-off places, and then in the city.
Alright, 1 second, sir, if you don't mind.
No, sorry.
That's not you. I got a radio on my ear. Hold on a second. Los Santos, 9 David, 8-4. I'll be switching to orange tack for interview. Okay, so where in Sandy did you say you were dropping these packages off, sir?
So they were, a few of the locations were on the other side of the railroad tracks, on off the highway basically. There's a few barns out there.
So like Nowhere Road, that kind of place?
Yeah.
You know what was in the packages?
I didn't really get much information, but I'm assuming, just based off of the sketchiness, I'm assuming it was some kind of paraphernalia. But like I said, I didn't want to get, into any trouble. I guess I needed, a quick money maker.
So you needed quick money to pay back the people that you owed. Okay.
Yeah.
When's the last time you spoke to your girlfriend, Miss Ashley Mendez?
I had spoken to her. Well, I had talked to her a few days before. Her and I were kind of, we weren't separated, but we also weren't, not well on speaking. A few days before she got stabbed. And then the day of, Ben and I, he wanted me to fulfill one of his jobs, and he, told me what he needed a last minute drop, so I, got my stuff and we kind of headed out, but I had told Ashley that we would, hang out and try to make things work a little bit better, and he called me in the middle of, trying to resolve things with her, and I didn't want her out in the middle of anything, so I dropped her off, and then next thing I know, I heard that she was hurt, but I knew that she, I didn't want her to think, I was worried that she thought that I got her. I don't even know who stabbed her, but I didn't want her to think that I, got somebody to stab her. I didn't want any of that to happen, and I still care for her, but things have been kind of rocky, and I guess I was scared to lose her, and then, I feel like I already kind of have lost her.
When you dropped her off at the hospital, you were going to meet Ben?
I was going to get a, he needed me to meet him in the city. He needed me to meet him in the city.
You want to get a what now?
He needed me to meet him in the city in order to get, because it was a pretty big drop, so he needed me to meet him in the city, in Vinewood. So that's where I was on my way to, and I didn't want to bring her with me, and we were in Sandy, so I thought that I could leave her, I didn't want her to get involved, so I had her kind of, get out. And I figured that we were, near the there's a police station down the road. I figured that, she'd at least be safe somewhat there. But then I heard that she...
Was Ben there when you got to the city?
No, he was supposed to be there. When I got there, he texted me and said that he originally wanted me to meet him, in a parking lot off of, what the heck is that street's name? I'm trying to remember the name right now. What the heck is the name of that road?
He wanted to originally meet you at a parking
Yeah,
lot in
yeah,
Vinewood?
in a parking lot in Vinewood, and then it changed to an alley. It was right near a bank, one of the alleys near a bank in Vinewood, a big bank. I can't remember the name of the road right now, but it was near an alley, and he had a blue car. It was open. It was like a blue sedan, and he had me pick it up in the trunk. And the car was open, and he just said, leave the car there, leave everything, and just, take the packages, but, leave the car. So that's what I did. And the drops that he wanted me to do were near the docks that time. So it's either Sandy on the near Nowhere Road or by the docks in the city.
How many drops would you say you've done?
For him, I'd say 30. 30? Yeah, I've done quite a few for him.
Are you getting paid for these drops? How does that work?
Yeah, he pays me, depending on how big the drop is. If it's a smaller drop, he'll do 500 to 1,000, and for bigger drops, he'll do upwards of 2,500 to 5,000. It really depends on how many bags I have and what I got.
$500 to $5,000.
Yeah. It depends on how big the drops are that he needs me to do. And I meet with a bunch of people. I feel like it's never the same. I've only had one repeat person, but it's always somebody different. I don't know if they're affiliated with the same person, or I don't know, but it's always a different person. I've only had a repeat once.
Have you ever seen Ben drive a yellow Emperor?
I have. I know that, one of our friends, she has she's been in and out, she helps, but she doesn't help. She's just kind of I don't know if she helps them facilitate, but I don't know if it's in her name or his name, but I know that they share one. But I don't know what goes on with it, because I've seen them both drive it.
You ever heard you ever heard Ben go by a different name?
Not that I know
Maybe
of.
Tom?
Not that I know of. He only knows me I only know him as Ben.
Only know him as Ben?
Yeah.
Did you introduce him to Nivea?
Kinda. So we met at a bar a few times. I actually took, Ashley with me, and we had met at a bar, but I had only ever called him Ben, but, whenever we've all gone out together, at least a few of us, or one of us has been pretty intoxicated, so I don't know what he's told other people, but whenever he's with me, he goes by Ben.
And just to recap, you don't know what's in these drops, but you're assuming that it's probably something illegal.
Yeah.
And you're doing it because you owe a lot of people money. So why exactly do you owe a lot of people money?
I used to, I used to own a business, and I used to take out quite a few loans, I guess you could say, in order to run
What kind
the
of business?
business. It was it was a car detailing and car mechanics business. I did it out of my own trailer, though. I didn't have a shop. But in order to get, parts, and in order to do work for, I mean, obviously people would pay, but in order to, make more of a living off of it, I would take loans. I would ask for, people for help to get certain material, and I just kept asking for help and asking for money and different things.
Now, were these above board loans, or were these private loans from people that you thought you knew, or?
They were private loans. They were between me and the individuals. But it got to the point where I was trying to do too much at one time. I got some pretty nice trailers, nice equipment, nice. But then once the business kind of, or I guess the business of getting cars worked on and whatnot. A lot of people didn't like my work, so business started to slow down, and then I obviously needed to still, make a living, so I was doing here and there, but I would get loans, and, tell people that I still needed help with cars, but business was pretty slow, so I ended up racking up some big payouts, and people got angry.
Gotcha. So what were you doing today? Were you on a drop today, or why were you in a stolen vehicle?
Ben had given, so at the Nowhere Road, he had a drop for me this morning, but I don't know if the buyer canceled. I don't really know what happened, but when I got there, he said take the car instead. I don't have a drop for you now, but once we get the drop, or once he gets more information, he'll let me know where the drop was gonna be. And so I picked up the car, and when I picked up the car, I didn't understand why he wanted me in another vehicle, but he just said pick up the car, seemed kind of frantic, so I said okay, and I'd wait for the next drop. And then it had been an hour, and I hadn't really heard from him yet. So I started, driving around, and just kind of, trying to keep a little bit, busy, I guess. And I was driving in the car, and I know I was in Sandy, but I don't know if I fell asleep. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I ended up. And apparently I hit a store, which I don't know how that. To be honest with you, I don't know how that happened.
You don't remember the accident?
No. I don't even remember getting off of. I don't even remember getting off Joshua. I don't know how. I'm very confused by the whole thing.
Were you feeling funny before it happened, or do you remember anything?
I feel like I kind of felt kind of more tired. I don't know, not funny, but tired, I guess you could say. But I mean, it's been,
Did Ben give you anything when the two of you met before you took the car?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't take anything this morning. He didn't give me anything. I don't know necessarily how or why I don't know. I'm confused. I'm really confused because then I woke up.
Did they draw your blood at Toledo for a tox screen?
Yeah, they did draw. They did. I don't know if they got a result. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll follow up on that. All right, Mr. Taylor. I got a couple of hard truths to give you right now.
All right.
So your girlfriend, Ashley Mendez, from what she has told me, what happened after you left her outside the hospital is Mr. Heller drove up in a yellow Emperor, got out wanting to know where you were, saying that you owed him a lot of money. And then when she didn't know where you were, he stabbed her once in the stomach and
That,
left her to bleed right there outside the hospital. And the only reason she got found as fast as she did is because she had the strength to crawl around to the front of the hospital where somebody noticed her.
I would, but he sent me for a drop.
How much money do you owe Ben Hiller?
$598,000.
598,000.
Yeah.
But he's paying you to do these drops, or is he taking money off of what you owe him to do the drops?
Taking money off of what I owe him. Sorry, I should have specified that better. So that money's being taken out of, and it's a lot of fucking money.
That's according to that's what your girlfriend told me, is that we actually have it on CCTV footage.
That doesn't even make any sense. He sent.
So you probably haven't seen Nivea lately either, have you?
No, I haven't seen her in
know
a very
why?
long time. I'm guessing she's involved too.
She's in Bolingbrook right now. She got caught with that yellow Emperor about 2 weeks back with 5 empty black trash bags in the back of it that had PCP inside of them. You know what PCP is?
Drugs.
Felony drugs.
I'm so confused.
She said that that Ben left those bags in there when he gave her back the car. Because he was going by a different name then. The only reason she realized that Ben Hiller was the same person she knew is when I gave her a lineup with his DMV photo in it.
What the
And now all of a sudden you claim that he hands you a stolen vehicle.
Yeah.
Guess where you're headed now?
Fuck.
So I've already asked Divya this, and she's already agreed to help me. We just haven't been able to hook up with each other since she did it. But how about you help me put him where he belongs?
Yeah.
So, do you know where he's staying?
He's been in the he's frequents. I know he's been in the Sandy Hotel. I'm not sure what days he's there or if he has another. He had another residence in the city, but he's moved around a lot. But I know he has a room at the Sandy Hotel, and I'm pretty sure it's on the top floor.
You know what he's driving right now?
When I last saw him, he had pretty sure it was a Bison Bravado, it was a pickup truck. It was a blue, almost like a royal blue, and it was a pickup truck.
Is it a 4-door pickup truck, 2-door?
Yeah. 4.
4-door?
4. Yep.
How frequently have you been seeing him?
I'd say at least Well, it was like twice a week, but now he's been asking me to help him more and more. So now it's been like three, in between 2 or 3 times a week. And it's not on the same day. Sometimes he'll, be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then all of a sudden he's like, I need you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's not.
You said he has a room in the Sandy Motel.
Yeah.
You know where else he could be staying if he's not there?
He's been. I don't know if he's been I don't know, because the last time he said he had an apartment, and then he said he couldn't stay in his apartment anymore, but he got another apartment, but he's been very, very kind of nondescript, so I know he's been moving apartments, but I know that the Sandy Hotel has been the most, I guess, consistent.
Alright. Alright. Alex, is there anything else that you can think of that might help me? Might help me get this jerk and put him where he belongs before he hurts somebody else?
Not that I can, I don't even know. But I don't think there's anything else I can think of at the moment, but as I guess rot in a cell, I'll let you know if I think of anything else.
Okay. So I'll take a look at the toxicology report when it comes back, see if there's anything suspicious in it.
Alright.
What I can tell you right now, probably can't do anything for you on the possession of stolen property. Since you even said it yourself, you thought it was kind of suspicious he had that car.
Yeah.
I wanted to get rid of it so quickly.
Yeah.
But if you cooperate with me and help me get this guy, I'll see what the DA can do about maybe getting the grand theft dropped.
Okay. Yeah, I
can't make promises, but I can only put in my word and see what he wants to do with it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you to cooperate with me as much as you can, because I'm sure it's a shock to you. I could tell, but you didn't know he stabbed your girlfriend.
No.
Sounds like you're trying to pay him back. You might not be doing it the most above board way.
Yeah.
I don't think it takes a rocket scientist for me to, for me to sit here and I think we both know what you've been probably dropping off all around the state.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might be something that comes up later to get, sometime later. Potentially, but we'll have to see how things go.
Okay.
Do you know if Ben has any firearms or any weapons?
I know he has a pistol. I don't know if he has a concealed carry, but he has it on his hip 99% of the time. I haven't seen him with anything bigger, but I feel like I don't even know the guy anymore, so I'm not sure if he would have anything bigger or not, but he has a pistol most of the time.
Alright. Okay, so what's going to happen now is we're going to go ahead and transport you down to Bolingbrook for processing.
Okay.
Well, we'll see in a couple of minutes. So if you want to sit tight here, we'll be back with you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Better frame into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame. Yeah.
Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby